Good evening everyone, welcome to Critical Mass March 2022. Quite a few hundred people out tonight. Just threading through towards Bank at the moment. A little bit further forward in the group. I've kind of been chasing it for a while now. Alright, it's up to St Paul's. Up we go. Pause for a minute. So we regroup. Let's reset this. Alright. Very good, hope the sound's okay for you. And on. Thank you everyone for joining this evening. I'm going to take you on a trip on a bicycle around London. It's the monthly critical mass, last Friday of every month. It's 7 PM for 7:30 outside the National Theatre, and a big herd of people go off on their bikes for the evening. So yeah, more sights and sounds of London tonight. Battery to charge. Should have you in for a good 3 hours of this tonight. Around the side of St Paul's Churchyard and then Holborn now. East Smithfield. Right, okay, so we're heading into Little Britain, Aldersgate, Smithfield area now. Offside. A few laps of the roundabout at Aldersgate now. Monowheel, 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 monowheel. that didn't sound very good. Round and around we go. What it means to you, no, when they go back around again. Hey, what it means to you, no, when everything moves in circles, yeah. Exiting the roundabout.
And the president look like a whirlwind. People want you in the city at a moment. I don't get me wrong, it's time to get the thing. I know. It's for them. I want you to
Check the comments. Sound distorting. Let me just pop this in. I put a new microphone in here, but maybe just the jack is a bit dirty or something. Let's push it in again. There we go. Yeah, I might go clean out the port on the microphone, and that's what's causing the crackness of it. I got one of these little clip-on lapel ones. I've not used headphones on this phone very much, so maybe it's just dirty in there. Turn the phone off and a bit of alcohol on a cotton bud or something, I'll probably clean it out.
So example, in this video, and I make things happen. If you're doing it, you're going to make happen.
Heading to Moorgate. Yeah, I think I've put it down to I'll get a little cotton bud and clean out the audio jack. Oh, what can we do about it tonight then? Vegan links. Road gate to Liverpool Street. Rip pavement.
That's on a live stream.
Yeah. Bloody hell. Running out of road here.
Yeah, wait, no.
Bus gate.
We're by Liverpool Street.
This is like a death trap down here. Absolute death trap down here. Whoop. Stansted Airport Express bus. What'll it be? So not wide. Some more people to turn up. And it's 10 feet tall. It's not good going down that because it's just such a road gates are so horribly constricted. You like can't get a lot of people through it. Oh, it's busy tonight though. Donald was yet to be users.
That gives me a super nice.
Coral. Shoreditch going up Kingston Road. Let's see where we want to go here. Maybe we go to Hackney or go to Dalston or go to Islington or wherever we go to next. Old Street.
My mate, he had all the pots on.
Grips. Fight here, isn't it? Right. What's happening here? A fight or something outside?
Oh no, just it got really spread out. Everyone just stayed together. Who knows?
Yeah. To the kids with the wheelies. car somewhere. Yeah, an unmarked car. Kensington Road, we're up in just a little area just a bit north of Shoreditch, called Haggerston. Because this road it kind of goes Shoreditch, Haggerston. I'm going to stop. Doing a wheelie. Popping a wheelie crew is here. Chances of the 1-1 increasing.
Oi, just look at that. He's so fucking stacked. What's up? I think you can come in and grab a coach.
Absolutely. Weaving through the traffic. You can see that hay just like weaving through every car on the other side of the road. Skills were bloody whoa, he just hit someone on a bike on the other side. Bit dangerous to the roads but Sergey Felix. Hoppa wheelie. You call this big news story of this, like, you know, kids getting strip searched in school. It was done at the City Islington College, which is about a quarter of a mile back down the road from here. It's the main secondary school on it in this bit of London. A bit of roadworks. Laying a cable at this time now. Oh, there you go. There's the old passing clouds here. Let's over the next road. The road. Yeah, Mr. Remy is not here today, but I'm here to provide you some medium quality cycling footage. Might switch it up to the 720p in a minute. As I think the stream is on 480. Also, did I see that Actual had Mr. Actual had a stream going beforehand? I might go meet up with him later. Here. Yeah. It is dark as Haggerston here. Oh yes, sweet. Wait, Osman strap. There you go. The 812 or actually quite cold tonight. Temperature must have dropped to like 7 or 8 something now. Maybe go a bit lower. Everyone's coming up there. How's this for a look? And then a full hazmat suit coming out the door. Oh wait, we've got a Broadway Market here, I think, actually. Yeah, somewhere near Broadway Market. In fact, I think it is at the end. What was it? Undercover cameras live somewhere in this area. Somewhere around. It's got a Broadway Market area here, I think. Hackney Road, or the one that goes up to like London Fields Lido. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, this is the one that goes up through the middle. So it takes us up towards London Fields and just generally like Hackney Central, I think, if we go up here. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. Ah la 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 la. Snow next week, yeah. I think it should something like the weather. It was like, you know, a good week to get outside this week. Yeah, it might not last for too much longer.
why you do that bit, so it's quite
Yeah, okay, so this is kind of Dalston here, and it's kind of getting into Hackney Central when we get after this. We'll stop somewhere. There's London Fields quite close to here. Clapton Pond, and like all the Lee Valley stuff nearby. Right out into Hackney here. Heading down to Forest here, but it'll be like Hackney Central or something on our right here. Hackney Downs. Hackney Downs on the left, so a bit further up. Follow the route out to Epping Forest. We follow this road for about another 6-7 miles, you get out to Epping Forest. May have been on a previous stream somewhere. This is Hackney Central now. And West Theatre. You're here. Hidden Wetherspoons here. Majesty's Court. London Fields. Air Street. Nice. Contains the Kew Kebabbies in Iceland and the most notorious late night pub in London, the Dolphin. One of those places you go to when everything else is shut. Hasn't even opened for business yet. Begrudgingly for Will McCarthy there, it's 159. 7 is ripping off the rebels and he's 11p a litre or whatever you pay here for the joint tank of carbon hacking.
Nobody knows my name, so you're talking, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a long time since the girl got down. Now I'm in that 10. That's me when I'm not looking, if I'm not looking, so you can show shit. You can read, I bet you see some sleep, walking in from Bible, since the age of 3. See, I'm in that, it's a rally, it's just a treating everyone competitive, playing it for the pedal, right? I'm in my bit, and it's a mess. Yeah, it's been a long time, so I'm back to make a list. Let's go,
Down to Bethnal Green, or right back lost his flag, mate. Yeah, in Columbia Road next.
Like all the flags.
parked on Columbia Road. Columbia Here for the weekend. Tastes nice. messages and notifications. Popping tonight. Right, back onto the chat. Again, everyone's watching. Everyone's just tuned in. We're on the London Critical Mass March 2022. We've just been on a ride up from Waterloo, gone around the city, come to Shoreditch, going to Hackney, and then kind of came back down again. We're just sitting for a quick beer. We're just off Columbia Row Flower Market at the moment. Just off Hackney Road, and yeah, we're just going to chill out and have a drink here for a bit and see where we go after this. It's getting pretty cold tonight. I got it, yep. I don't know if I'll do any more streaming of this. If I go out on the bike again on Sunday, I'll do like a daytime stream. I need to get out and do some rides again. I've been a bit lazy ass over winter. With an air in my tyres as well. So yeah, it's just kind of enduring parts of the culture here. If you like to ride a bike, this has been going for God knows. I must have probably went to the first one of these like 9 years ago or something. So, and they've been going since like way before that. The first Critical Mass I went to was only like, it wasn't in London, but it was in like 2008 or 9 or 10 or something like that. A long time ago. Is that an EMF camp thing you got on?
Yeah.
Are you going to it this year or?
Apparently I've been bought a ticket.
Yeah.
Like a friend really wants me to go, but like I don't know if I can make it.
Yeah, I think I was like trying to get one, but I was like, I think you had to be on like the initial list to get like, because there was something like my friend said you could get it and then get a load of other ones if you wanted to, but then.
I think like the first release was like the day the war started or something. So like people got loads of tickets and spares on that release. And I think like if you really want to go, you just need to like get on the mailing list and stuff.
Just get on the Hackspace mailing list and then you'll.
With the Hackspace, I feel like there's a bit of a kind of schism there.
Is that drifted now? Because I thought they were pretty much one and one. Those.
No. Yeah. Like
or like the people in the Hackspace were organising it. Was it?
So the founders of the Hackney Hackspace, which is now in like
Wembley.
Yeah. There's a very small Hackspace in Limehouse, Commercial Road. And I don't even know if it's active, but so like that they've got their kind of own thing going on there. And there were loads of drama. But there's too many people. I mean, they needed the people to keep that venue, but even when they couldn't keep it, they're like the Wembley schism. Yeah, and like there's still like a hardcore like behind like scenes people who are like trying to keep the hacks like they are like the back end of the Hackspace stuff. But like there's the last kind of drama with like someone very new proposed a Discord. Apparently the IRC is completely dead.
Yeah.
And like all the old people were like IRC people. So yeah.
Oh yeah, so they wanted to get rid of the IRC.
Well, they were just saying that it wasn't like they were saying that like new people's questions weren't getting answered, and I think that wasn't the point of it ever.
Yeah.
It's a valid concern.
Yeah.
But
I think that I used to go a number of years ago very regularly there. It was like there were always minor little dramas and fallings out and people doing things or leaving cars in the car park when they shouldn't, and the mailing list going up as a result of that.
There's always that kind of stuff.
No,
But so like the EMF isn't there. Like the Hackspace wouldn't be the place. Like you could, if you're on the mailing list anyway, it's a good place to ask.
Yeah.
So like actually probably being on the EMF Camp IRC is like that would be a guaranteed place to get one.
I know because I went to like the one in Holland and the ones in Germany before. They've been those, and they've been pretty good.
Well, now there's another one in Holland in July.
Yeah.
I found the Dutch one, like the first one I ever went to in '97 was the Dutch one. It was amazing, obviously, but they're a bit commercial, and they're a bit like it's a bit. I mean, it used to be my background, but it's a bit too infosec. Like I prefer it all to be a bit more infosec and a bit less like makey.
Yeah.
It's an interesting culture. But the German ones are always the best. And like really, like I went to a really small hacker camp organised by some Dutch people called TBD, to be discussed. And it was like in a squatted shipyard that no longer exists.
Yeah.
So like that's the sort of hopefully as the pandemic fades away, hopefully. Like that's the sort of thing. Like there was a thing that I wanted to go in the UK, which was a bit more like I don't know, how would you describe it? A bit more like to my mind as a not really a programmer.
Yeah.
Like I'm a ex-security server guy. It was a bit more programming. It was like a bit more like but it was like vegan cooking and on a campsite in the middle of nowhere. It was just like whatever network we can make. So it was like 20 years ago in Holland.
Yeah.
So that's a sort of like like the Dutch camps are too big and too commercial.
Yeah.
EMF camps, like I think, like I would encourage anyone. like I'm 45, I'm 46 in May.
Yeah.
Anyone 20 years younger to me to like go to EMF camp and makes like, if you're not in that scene already,
Yeah, yeah.
like best friends ever. But for me, it's a bit too commercial. Like I'm not going to make many new contacts. Like I know a lot of that scene anyway.
Yeah. I think certainly like probably of the Dutch and the German ones. I think the German ones were like a little bit better. I found it.
Definitely.
Because I think it's just the nice thing. It's all it's all the hackerspaces from Europe. They just ship everything out in a bus and send it there for a week. Send it there for a
That's
week.
the other thing is like Brexit has fucked UK people really engaging in the European camps. Like actually getting you could getting a pallet out there was affordable.
Yeah.
Now it kind of isn't, and it's a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah. So it requires you getting a van and driving it out there basically.
Yeah.
Right.
If that's even
Even if the customs isn't going to do you a lot for that, right?
exactly right.
But yeah, I think like I used to go to the Hackspace when it was here, and then like the previous one when it was in Hoxton as well. I used to spend time at the place.
Glory days.
Got a lot of happy memories of that.
All knocked down.
What?
Knocked down now.
Yeah.
That's all the containers going, but that's not down. The front's not down.
Oh no, the old one.
Oh
Yeah. That went years ago. That one. It's
I only saw that. I only noticed that recently.
Is it also is that one just going off for flats or something now? Is it? To be honest, I think a lot of people are like, we got this kind of marginal commercial space, or should we build housing here? And I think housing wins most of the time over commercial or light industrial or whatever.
There's the terrible disaster area of development around
Well, like all those like basically buy to leave tower blocks that are built down there.
Yeah, did you hear that one of them has just been sold at a price, or it's been sold for a penny or £1 or something, by some Chinese company. It's offloaded it onto some Hong Kong company.
You mean like the freehold on the whole building, like the whole building or something?
Yeah,
So.
but it's a weird, I was listening to on this architecture, it's called the Lundown architecture.
Was this one of these big Chinese real estate funds that like went under or something the other month?
The Chinese government has done something which has reduced their liquidity, so they can't keep paying the overhead while they wait to sell.
Yeah,
so
I think.
Only sold 15.
Yeah, I think I heard it was one of the very big Chinese real estate things. Just like went out, just basically like ran out. What?
Everplan, which hasn't actually gone out of business
Yeah.
yet, as far as I know, but everyone's fucking worried about it.
Yeah, because that's like they own a hell of a lot of stuff everywhere, right? And it's
And what I didn't realise is that, according to this show, a fifth of the turnover of China currently, the Chinese economy, is speculative development.
yeah. Yeah, I heard that. I think like only like 20% of their economy is actually exports, and like a lot of it is just.
I'm not surprised at how fucking cheap they sell it to us.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just a lot of them because they've built this vast amounts of cities and stuff in China like recently, and there's not really even people haven't moved to them mostly yet. They'll take 10 or 20 years to fill up their.
It'll take a few booms and busts to fill up.
Well, yeah, because as far as I understand in China as well, if you want, they relax this one-child policy. People aren't going to have a lot more children. I don't actually think the birth rate's going to go up that much at all in China. It's so like who's going to fill that? It seems nuts to me. Oh well. I don't know. I feel like things will, the world will shake out a lot in the next 4 or 5 years. Whatever we think is normal today will be very, very different in a few years' time. It's gone nuts now. Do you want a beer or something?
Well, I was going to go and get one from around the corner.
I've got 2 more in my bag, so you can have one if you like. That's fair.
I feel churlish not to.
Oh, yeah.
It's sugar.
Yeah. Polish special those.
Get rubber on sugar.
super.
That was, I don't, you know that expression, rubbish, yeah, rubber. It's an Irish friend of mine. Yeah, I absolutely rubber.
Mullet rubber. There we go. Cheers. Na zdrowie. Well, that was quite a long first leg on this one as Masses goes there. That was quite a long first leg on this one as Masses.
The first leg, is this a wreck?
Yeah, because it goes to here, then it like normally, I don't know, normally ends in like
People want to carry on.
people carry on, like it normally like ends in like Paternoster Square or somewhere like that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like that. But yeah, like people will carry on after this. It can go stop somewhere else, or you know that. Like,
Good. That's a nice, I
Like,
like the idea, yeah.
it goes on till like people just want to finish. Can go on to like 10, 11 o'clock or something.
This is super handy for me because I might just go home, which is just around the corner.
Yeah. But yeah, it depends. Like in the summer, certainly you can be out to like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. It's when it's kind of warm and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could just dash home and get some more clothes. Get some gloves. Oh, I heard the old. It's funny being back on the match. Not been on it for 10, 15 years. And I heard one of the old ones. It's like I was just going on because I got dropped again.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise I was going the right way. I went up Pembury. I thought no, they're not up there. So I thought yeah, they'll probably turn right. So but slowly made my way down, and there was this bloke shouting out of the car. Well, get on the bike lane. And I was like, well, this is Mare Street, and there's no bike lanes at all here. And then I realised he was complaining. I didn't realise he was complaining. He was like mouthing off because he was found the critical mass had gone by. So
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I haven't heard that for ages. It's all the old stuff that's coming out. Yeah. Nothing changes. It's like searching for something.
Yeah. I know. I went to the. I saw.
Most people are sweet.
Yeah.
Much more. I'd say much less hostility from the travelling public in general.
I don't know. I went over and started driving again for the first time in 10 years last year, and like I actually know like London's becoming like it's being made specifically very evil to get around on a car like in any kind of reasonable way now. It's It's just like not even just like let the residential streets be very calm and then let the trunk routes be quick to get out. It's not really even like that. It's just make everything hell here. It's because you know I'm kind of supportive of making all the residential streets really dead quiet and slow, but you know leave the main roads to be main roads. It's
Most of them are. I mean, I think it is just a problem of far too much motor traffic.
yeah. Well, I think like the big thing in this city is obviously a lot of people have switched to say like getting their deliveries on vans and stuff, and there's a lot of extra traffic that comes from that, and also
Yeah, well, here too.
yeah.
I mean, it really has changed over. Since I've moved here, there was, in the 80s, there was still a massive amount of car commuting to the centre of London.
Yeah.
Absolutely almost incredible to believe now.
Yeah.
That doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
It's right, less south. But it's not, it's all changed from commuters, individuals commuting to car park,
Yeah.
to deliveries and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And private hire.
Yeah, because I think it's one very big elephant in the room is that like I think there's something like 100,000 private hire registered vehicles in London. It's like if the mayor wanted to be very bold in reducing traffic, very few people drive a private motor car in central London at all now. But the congestion charge has done that in 2003. And if you really wanted to cut it further, it's cutting the private hire licenses in the city. But no mayor will do that. So it's and that's probably the biggest thing you can do to improve traffic flow in the city. But it's not going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, he should. See, it's lovely to see him. He really should, or she should, when we get a woman there, because it's competing against public transport, making particularly the buses less viable.
Yeah, well, because it makes the buses slower, and then it's the other thing.
And takes people away. It takes the higher paying people away from the buses.
Yeah.
Well, even so, actually, for some things it's cheaper than the bus.
But well, actually, I think what's now happened is there was this big post 2008 era of like very cheap money, and a lot of that money went into like funding these startups and all these things. And actually, like if you get an Uber now, it's more expensive than a black cab. I find
Is it really?
Yeah,
I've never taken one.
because basically they are very regularly like they have this variable pricing thing, but you don't know what the pricing structure is, and so you can easily get quotes that are more expensive than black cabs. Because I think especially if you're travelling later at night, like black cabs have very fixed rates at very fixed times, very fixed distances, so you kind of pretty much know how much you're always going to pay for one. Whereas with these ones, it can be 10 quid one time, and then 20 minutes later it can be 30 quid for the same trip. And so I think it's really disingenuous because their pricing is just a black box. And as far as I understand, they work out how much money they think you have, and they tell you the quote. Because I sometimes do this. I've like go and take a quote, and like my friend will get a quote, and we compare the prices, and they're different from the same place to the same destination at the same time. So the only difference is the user profile, and like the quotes can be like £3, £4, £5 different.
And it only can be presumably booked on their app.
Yeah, on these ride sharing ones. So it's kind of like their algorithm is not just a fixed like time per mile. There's actually something like you that changes what the price is in there. So I just find these things tremendously disingenuous. And it's always like if I'm going somewhere with someone, it's like you open both your phones up and you get the quotes, and then you pick the cheapest. Whoever gets the cheapest quote goes. But it's the same route, the same driver, the same service. Yeah. So yeah, and I find now it's just like black cabs are now cheaper about half the time or more. It's and I'm just like the bus is pretty good. Otherwise, it's.
Yeah, as you say, well, you make a good point about. Need to whittle them down a bit, the numbers down.
Yeah, but I think it will naturally happen because this era of really cheap money subsidising all these private hires is kind of gone now. I think. And all the prices are rising to what they would have to be to maintain a reasonable business anyway. And that'll just mean fewer people will use them, and probably there'll be fewer drivers that'll actually be able to make a living from it, and it'll go down that way. They'll switch to doing something else.
Exactly. Hopefully, Something which they were probably hoping to do anyway.
But yeah, I think it's just this ridiculous 10 years, it's probably 2008 through to probably 2020, which was just some ridiculous period of time where there was a huge amount of money going into just burning cash basically to get market share on all of these like food delivery and taxi stuff. It's just like so much of it is just gone. In a way, you can kind of see it's a vast transfer of utility to lower paid people, because it was
Vast transfer of
like utility, because it was all like very heavily subsidised for 10 years. This stuff really. But yeah, it's come at the cost of hitting public transport, and I think it's it's an inflationary pressure as well. So it was just chasing those like, well, I can make $1 billion, $5 billion startup and put it public like 10 years later. It's it's only come at the expense of public transport and hollowing out the labour market at the same time. So it's
Bloody brilliant to be on this ride again. I'd lost the interest in coming. Do you usually come on this?
I haven't been on it. I probably haven't been on this since probably like last summer or something. But I kind of semi-regularly turn up to it. So, but yeah, it just feels like it's a slight bit of like kind of edgy culture that still remains in the city. It's
And the beautiful thing is that it's a traditional. This is proven by the highest court in the land to be.
It's a procession. It's a procession, I believe. Yes, it's which you don't need to notify the police about. You don't need any prior whatever.
I know, but the trouble is that judgment allowed this, but closed off any possibility for future. It sounded to me when I read it.
Well, I think like when you look in terms of like, I was looking at this stuff because there was a whole thing like in the last few years when a lot of the protesting was effectively banned and stuff. I was like looking through a lot of like what the laws said around it and stuff, and there was this whole thing of like, if you submitted a request for it to Westminster Council, they would kind of have to let it happen to you and stuff. It's but yeah, for things like processions, you don't have to notify any council about it or the police. It's only if you have a protest I think it's only if you have a march or something like that. No, sorry, a procession you don't, but if it's in a fixed place, you do. I think if you have a protest in a fixed place, you have to like notify the police about it. But if you don't, like if you have a procession, you don't need to tell anyone about it.
I mean, I remember the old I'm pretty sure reading. I think it was in the old highway code at some point. There used to be, and I don't think it's still in there, but it may be. There used to be rules for processions.
Yeah.
Guidance for all going in a group.
Yeah.
And it would be at night, a white light on the front and a red light on the back.
Yeah. Have you done was it the Dunwich Dynamo before?
I have a few times, yeah.
I did that maybe 3-4 years ago. That was really fun, that one.
Yeah, lots of red lights,
Yeah, because it's just a whole probably 5-10 mile string of those just going through the night, right? And you're in the middle of, especially once you get like out the first maybe 2 hours out, and you're just out in the middle of Essex and Sussex the whole way. It's
basically once you're past
Epping or whatever, is it?
basically Epping.
Yeah.
What's that airfield called though?
North Wheels.
North Wheel Bassett.
Yeah.
I've just got I've got a new toy. I will show you a picture first. I'm sure you're aware of them. Oh shit, no. This is
That's a phone, is it?
run out. No. I was going to show you a picture of my Velomobile.
Okay. Oh, is this one of these fed recumbent bike things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one a few months ago. It's 10 years old. Carbon fibre.
So I imagine you find a flat road, you can get up to some serious speed on those things. You must get like 50-60 miles an hour if you've got the right gearing on.
Downhill.
Yeah.
Downhill people do, but it's for control. You can certainly go, you can probably go that speed, but whether you're going to keep it rubber side down is another question.
Yeah.
Because they're very light. And so if the road is good, if you're on a beautiful road, downhill,
If you're on a runway or something, then
then yes.
Does the wind catch it at the side much?
It does a bit, yeah. I did my first, I bought it in November. And, I did my first proper ride last month. I rode down Somerset.
Oh yeah.
And just after the storm,
Yeah.
when we still had fucking gale coming the other way. So I was like, I've never ridden that sort of distance in basically the winter.
Yeah.
And yet that made it possible.
Yeah. Is it got like a big fin on the back then? Because I would think if you had like a fin, it would keep it stable in the wind and stuff.
Oh, you mean like a spoiler?
No, like what the rudder attaches to on an aeroplane almost.
Well, I mean it is a teardrop shape, so it's like from on top. Looking from on top, it's like round and then comes back.
Yeah.
To quite a point. Not quite a point, because you want to be able to get a reflector on it and the light. But you do look a bit like a traffic cone from behind.
Yeah, but I guess what Somerset to London to Somerset is a good it's a good 150 miles at least, isn't it?
Yeah, so no, I split the journey at Andover. I've got a friend there.
Yeah.
With a garage.
Yeah. Oh, well, do you go down to like the south bit of Somerset? They're like Yeovil or something you went to?
Pretty close. You know Street?
Yeah. Street's near Glastonbury and I know Street. It's
You are?
Yeah, I know Street.
You grew up there?
I grew up a bit north of it. About, I don't know, kind of like about 8-10 miles south of Bristol, that way.
Oh yeah.
Ish, around that kind of area. But yeah, I used to go cycling down to like, I guess like Cheddar, like was it Wedmore, Glastonbury, right, those areas. I used to go. There's an airfield called Merrifield, which is down there. I think somewhere near Bridgewater. I think I used to go like bike racing down there.
Okay.
Ilson, it's a place called. It's pretty near there as well. But yeah, I kind of know like Glastonbury and Street, and then heading out to Burnham on Sea and Weston-super-Mare and all those kind of places.
Yeah, we've got a house down there. It's our old family house.
Mm-hmm.
We're kind of probably selling it fairly soon. It's a bit of a shame because cutting ourselves off from that a bit, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a nice bit of the country down there. I guess it's Somerset levels on where
luckily our house is up from, it's a bit up the hill, so when it floods, it doesn't flood.
Yeah. So what does Street has in it? Street has it has 1, a posh private school, 2, some kind of shopping village, and 3, I think does it have the vacuum cleaner factory near it? or is that Shard I'm thinking of? It's one of the
No,
two.
I don't know about
There's somewhere, there's like the place that makes the Henry Hoovers is quite near there as well, yeah.
Yeah, well, I remember it when it was Clark's.
Yeah. It's around. I think I remember it because I like worked at Glastonbury Festival a few times.
Yeah.
There was this whole thing where like if you were a local, they could like ring you up for various odd jobs and stuff, and there were quite a few people from the street and stuff that I met that were like coming and working there.
No, I mean, I remember when the whole town smelled of leather.
Yeah.
You know, from the factory, and it smelled the worst just past the church, where now it's housing. Just before you get onto the back way to Glastonbury, from Moor Lane, and just near the brew, and there was a leather board factory there.
Yeah.
So basically, they take all the scraps from the offcuts from Clark, mash it all up with formaldehyde, and then set it and make like crappy cheap belts and stuff like that.
So okay, 100% bonded leather or whatever those things are. Yeah.
Is that what they call it? Bonded leather?
I think that's the really cheap stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, happy days. Yeah, it's so maybe next time I'll bring the fellow on this.
Yeah. It's good. I think I do see a few people around like on them, but they're quite rare sights. To be honest,
I know 3 people in central London. I say central inner. Probably only about 3 of us.
Yeah, and then like I used to live up in Highgate, and there was someone like where I used to live who had one like maybe in the block of flats next to where I was actually. Up by Highgate Cemetery, there was someone who used to live there with one. Yeah, that's. I mean, I guess there can't be that many people even in London who own these things. Must be.
Yeah. You do need a garage or somewhere ground floor.
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm looking at. But, the next place I move, anywhere I go, some ground floor.
Yeah, I think like at the moment I'm trying to actually move out of London because I think that, I don't know, the situation I'm in, it's just like the ability to live a full adult life here is like, living like, being relatively young and free is nice, but when you want to be any more than that, it's kind of like, it's not happening. And well, actually in a lot of the UK it's not really happening. It's I'm trying to find.
With what sort of job?
Oh, it's just being able to buy like a reasonable, like a house that's not an absolute shoebox and not have to pay like a king's ransom for it every month.
Well, I've been looking with what I've viewed from the house that you're going to sell.
Yeah.
I'm looking just for large. I'm looking like garage, 2 bedrooms and a garage, something like that. And I'm getting Hull, Leeds, Lancashire, that sort of place.
Yeah, I do like looking around a lot of the country, and I now realise even the north is not that cheap. Really. A lot of places, if you don't want to live in like basically Barnsley, it's like not. And even then, it's like you can live in like very crappy terrace housing. That's the only cheap stuff that's left in the country now in like very nasty areas. Anything that's even in a nasty area, like a nice house with a bit of a garage and a garden on it, is still expensive. It's still not cheap. So yeah.
So you were on the look as well, eh?
Yeah. Like I went to Liverpool a while ago and was like, oh, what can you do in Liverpool? But I didn't realise buying you like house with a garage and a garden is about as much up there as it is in a lot of the rest of the country. There's no great value to be had. But there's an ability to buy a terraced house for under £100,000 that's like decent size, but you can live in a horrible road that's full of oiks and yobs in it and drug dealers and all the rest. So.
Well, I mean, the thing is, in a way, I'm very lucky because I'm in a rent control.
Oh yeah.
Private.
Nice.
So, I mean, it's still money.
Yeah.
It's still 150 quid a week.
Yeah.
But I'm here in the middle of London.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of
I don't give that up, and in fact, I'm not going to give that up unless I go to the landlord and say, cross my palm with quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Is like rent control thing? Is that like a Peabody thing or whatever?
It's private rent. And this is how all rents used to be before 15th of January 1989.
Yeah. Oh, what? And
all private rents were regulated, and you had full security and tenure.
Well, that's a very different world than the thing I live in now. It's no, I think landlords can basically put the money up, whenever they want really here, and you don't. So that Section 21 eviction didn't exist then, or the thing where they can kick you out for any reason they want
That's
to.
it.
Basically.
No, so someone else. I've never heard that because I'm not under that act. I'm under the 77 Act,
Yeah.
not the 85 or 90, whatever the revision.
Yeah.
88 was the one that changed everything.
I see.
It was like Maggie Thatcher's last.
Yeah. But yeah, because like as far as I understand with that one, there's this whole thing where like you don't really have any, what it really means is that people can't say, oh, I can live here for a long time, I know what I'm going to pay in 10 years.
That's right. That's the one that set up.
Yeah. And I know that I can't be kicked out for any superfluous reason, right? It's
I know.
Yeah.
Actually, I could almost I could read off like the 10 commandments. So
Yeah.
grounds for which you can be.
Yeah. So that's actually kind of a model that actually works for renting then, because
I should really, because there's very little information about it in general. I should.
Yeah.
Someone was suggesting to me yesterday because I worked out. Do you know Fair Shares? 56A.
well, so I think I've heard of Fair Share, something of food related.
Yeah. And it's part of. It's in the same premises as the 56A info shop and the bike space. Everything's part of the back street in
Okay, is that like the railway arches or something around the back
No,
of it?
it's not. It's at the end of the terrace. Very nice. Check it out. Come by. Ten, actually, you know Ten. We were speaking to Tenya.
Yeah.
Well, he volunteers down at the bike space.
Okay, is that the little like neighbour? Oh, is that the little like neighbourhood community run street thing which is down there? Am I trying to? Is it that? There's some like cooperative like housing street somewhere in London. I'm wondering if it's that one.
Oh no, that's you're thinking of Bonington Square.
Possibly, yeah. But no, yeah, I think for me, like, I just realised the tenure of it is so dire in London. I've been living as a property guard. I was living as a property guardian for a long time, which is cheap, but it's even worse in terms of you have less rights than a tenant there. It's
And I was speaking. It was a woman who's recently started volunteering at she was telling me that she's a property guardian.
yeah.
I mean, I would have been in that situation as well. I arrived in the 80s when there was fucking loads of empty.
Yeah, well, I think it's that there's plenty of empty stuff, but it's empty like stuff you wouldn't even house a dog in. But now people, it's kind of stuff that was empty, but you wouldn't even house a dog in, and now people can just live in it with a very, Because I don't know, I've lived in I got some very nice places to live in there, but I got some very horrible places to also live as a guardian. So it's like it's a bit swings and roundabouts. You've got to pick what you've got to go for the places that are half decent and avoid the horrible ones. But I suppose the bigger thing is more like it's like they can just come into your room whenever they want. They can kind of kick you out. Pretty much in those ones, yeah. It's like because it's like it's not like with a tenancy they have to give you 24, 48 hours notice. They're just like
The lads.
that's
You know where rent control came in this country? When?
no, I don't know. Sometime probably in between the wars or something.
No, it was during the First World War in Glasgow when the ship workers they had a strike, and basically they had a rent strike. The ship workers and the whole community in Glasgow rent strike, and that was where rent control came from.
But yeah, I always think
During the war.
Yeah, I always think rent control is one of these, things that a few people in New York have it, and it doesn't really exist anywhere else. It's interesting to know. Like, there's still some.
I know. I should put a blog up. Really.
Yeah.
Stop being such a lazy bastard and put a blog up.
But that means if you ever left, would they just put a new contract in under it?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. So you just have to hang on to it until you want to actually move out permanently somewhere. It's
well, and then and then say, well, actually, I am in a situation where if they give me 50 grand, I will leave, but it's not worth it otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah, well, certainly if you got your own flat, for 150 quid a week, well, I guess plus whatever bills you pay. You pay council tax on top of that as well. But yeah, if it's your own,
Not nothing.
Yeah.
It's my space, and it's in the middle of London. It's just around the corner.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Anthony.
Trevor.
Nice to
Very
meet each
nice
other.
to meet you.
Yeah, it's good.
Hopefully I'll come down again.
Yeah.
I think I might skip home.
All right. All right.
Thanks for the beer.
All right. Cheers. Have a good night. Here's a code. Hello everyone. That was Critical Mass and a chat afterwards. It's now bloody freezing. Yeah. Sick off her roof. I think he thinks none of that way. South of Bristol. Woo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Too many men, too many people, and too many problems. Not much luck around. You see, this is a land of confusion. The world we live in. These are the hands we give. You sorry.
everything I need to fit. Starting last year as a catch it. So go away, I can't be right now. I know it did lost nothing. I'm just with my MC. I'm just with que se calla
Terminal market empty. Big rip. There you saw it first. No wonder il bufferino. Playing the SimCity soundtrack. What are we doing now?
Which way? Come on!
Still good.
This way! This way!
Oh, maybe. Yeah, we joined. We're on Critical Mass. On the 25th of March 2022. A monthly bicycle procession around London. We are now on Waterloo Bridge.
Just picking up all these songs. You know, I'm going to go back to well, 10 seconds. This is very fast. I know. Haribo as well, you know. You kidding? It's my Lauren! Oh, you want a little Haribo thing? Rhubarb and plus one thing. Magic.
Underpass.